Alright everybody, hello. How are we all doing today? I hope we're having a great time. We're gonna get started here. Got lots to do, lots to do. Let's check this out. So I checked out the suggestion box and Halo Diorama as a monthly video. Yes. That is a phenomenal idea, and it is already slated for later on in the year here. Let's go ahead and adjust this. Yeah, so today we are doing the Bandai Eevee Pokemon kit. This is the model kit by Bandai. So I was going to pre-cut out some of these, and then I got a little bit lazy and I didn't. The Eevee is a plus. Aw, well thank you very much, CVamp. I appreciate that. We're going to be doing one of these two faces. I haven't decided which. Actually, let's decide right now. CVamp, I know you didn't come for the Eevee, but which face? The laughing one or the, what is it? Excited one, I think is what they call it. Yeah, so we got energetic or smiling. So yeah, smiling, laughing one. Oh yeah, I agree. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw this together real quick. This is a Bandai kit. I'm not gonna paint it or anything. I just wanted to assemble. I got it on a whim at Meijer, which is a little bit like a Walmart for those of you that don't have Meijer in your area. It's just like a general store. And Bandai kits are great as long as, I mean, if you don't want to put a lot of effort into them, they go together in like just not a lot of time. So let's find the beginning of these instructions. That's step 3. There's step 1. Step 1, yeah, so we start right off with the face there. Okay. So we're going to grab some parts here. We need A217. A2 in the red. Good deal. And then, of course, the open mouth face. Let's see here. Thank you so very much for joining us. CVamp got the EVs. I'm still insistent, and my wife also mentioned this. They should make all the evolutions in these kits because they will make bank. Because everyone would get at least 2. I'd probably get all of them, honestly. Because they are really great. But right now I think they only have this one. It is sanding off the parts where we snapped it on. They're little sanding sponges. I've started liking using sanding sponges more than files. They're just really great because you can add a little bit more pressure without worrying about taking away too much material. Alright, boom. And this is internal, so it's not as important, so I'm just going to use a sanding stick for it. It'll take away the material a lot faster. We're just smoothing down where these clippers took away. Cut it off the sprue hair. Same with this red one. Oh man, a Sylvian one would be amazing. I would probably go with Leafeon or Glaceon, honestly. A Leafeon one would be really pretty. I believe, actually, yeah, so we got a sticker for here too. We'll put a sticker. I like to put the stickers on as we go, because sometimes with these kits, putting stickers on at the end is sometimes difficult, so I've gotten in the habit of just doing them as I go here. And since we're not painting, we're just going to go ahead and put it on. This goes right in here, like so. And then we're going to grab his little eyes. And this goes just like so. What's cool about these Bandai kits too is no glue required. You just buy it, clip out the parts, maybe cut them down with an X-Acto knife or sand them down, depending on how much effort you want to put into it, and boom, done. Alright, next is this. Nope, wrong with this. How's everybody's week been? Everyone having a good week? I'm having a good week. Started my new job, having a lot of fun, and just enjoying life. So orientation doesn't matter, so we're just gonna go ahead and put this in there like this. Oh wait, no, I need A2. Back of the head here, 16. I feel like they also made these Pokemon kits a little bit easier than the Gundam kits too. There's no understructure or anything like that. Get out of here. And those connections are very, very soft. You could almost just pull all of these off, I feel, without using clippers. Just like so. And then, boom. There we go. Little Eevee head. We'll go ahead and we'll just set that off to the side. And now we're going to make some ears. Tell you what I need. I need new clippers is what I need. These have been through the ringer now. So what's odd about the God Hand grit sandpapers is, I believe, just feeling these, the higher the number, it isn't like a smoother sand. It's the opposite. So 600 feels like it's got a smoother grit than 1000. At least from what I've only ever bought this one God Hand pack, and it's just feeling like that's the case, which is super confusing. But it also makes sense because the pack that I got came with only one of the 1,000, and your rougher sandpapers you don't need as many of. I believe these are identical. We'll find out very quickly if they aren't, but I think these are just identical. All right, grab some stickers. Nice. And these click into place. And you can kind of pose them however you want. There is, that's a little slippery. There's our little Eevee. Okay, cool. Okay, next up, yeah, we need C, which is this sprue here, color 5, and then a couple of the A220s. So this is A1, so I know it's not that one. So we're gonna go over here to the A2 sprue, and we need 2 of the 20s, so these two. Nice. Grab this. We'll go ahead and these again. These just kind of pop in there, like so. It's crazy how cool Bandai kits are. You never need any glue. And everything just always kind of fits so snugly, so perfectly. We need the A19. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do today. I was supposed to go get a new external hard drive. I forgot to do that today. All right, cool. We got a little collar there. Set off to the side, and here we go. We're gonna work on the body here. So we start with 2. That one was a bad cut. Good deal. Oh, as always, just want to talk about the subscribers. Thank you very much, Anasaurus and Pinemaster, for your Amazon Prime subs. That helps a lot. We do some very expensive projects here on the channel, and 100% of your money goes towards helping to fund those a little bit. So thank you both very much. If any of you are not aware, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a free Twitch sub that you can give to any Twitch creator, because Amazon is the owner of Twitch. They allow every Amazon Prime user to have a free sub to give. And it's just a couple of bucks every month just to help us out. All right, cool. So look at it from the side here. Oh, I hate that. So this one goes in here like so. Did I cut out the wrong one? No. I'd do some more Gundam stuff. It's a nice chill way to start streams too. I have a Zaku build that I'm working on. These are always really easy. I know they have a Mewtwo, a Pikachu, and a couple of the Bandai's made some of the other starter set Pokemon. Not from the original base games, but I think they made like Chimchar, the one that has that. Yes, and to Tyler, yes, the Halo diorama is on the books for later this year. I'll be making one of those. I have a couple of sketches down. I'm going to try and see if I can get a good model fig. I want to do it in a very big scale, so I'm probably going to use one of the action figures and repaint them or add some paint to it, rather than doing something at like 40mm scale. I have to do some sketches and see what I actually like. So that we're gonna set off to the side for now. But if anyone else has any video games or something, I have a couple of ideas that people have given me. Like, I think Last of Us was one of them. If you have a favorite video game, C-Vamp, I know you're a huge fan of Mass Effect. That would be a good one if I can find some good IP stuff. And this is just for monthly video ideas. Yes, Mass Effect is an amazing game. I finally started playing Andromeda for the first time ever. I kept trying to do what everyone says to do, which is to play the other games first and then play that one, but I eventually gave up because I was getting bored of the other ones before getting through them. So I just said, screw it, I'm going to skip to the newest one. And I did, and I'm loving it. Are these identical? Are these both 3 and 4? One is 1 and 2. So C, 2 and 3. Alright, yeah. And they're like, yeah, your save information comes over from the other games. And I was like, that's great. But it felt like I was just rushing through the game so I could get to the newer stuff. I like new and shiny things because I am a toddler. And I couldn't wait until things were good. Your legendary cache got here like 3 days ago. Helmet and all the goodies. Well, I'm going to click on that link. Porn.exe, what? Oh, God, that looks amazing. Holy shit. A 1-to-1 scale replica helmet? Be honest, does that fit on your head? Can you wear that helmet? It's wearable, beautifully detailed, and it lights up too. Holy shit. Okay. That's so cool. That is so cool. I am mildly to extremely jealous of that, for sure. I'm glad I don't have a lot of Gunpla builders because things like these gaps would drive them through a roof. But I'm just building this little EV for fun. It was $10 at Meijer. I think it was even in the clearance section. It might have been 8. That's awesome, man. Oh man, and that's such a good idea. Mass Effect has so many beautiful scenes and stuff that it's such a good idea to do one of those as a diorama or like a book nook, which is kind of what I mean when I say diorama. I don't do actual dioramas. Those are too much work. But I bought some book nooks, and I need to find good things to fill them with. But that is such a cool thing. Actually, let me look and see what else is in this cache. I think it's just you and me hanging out in chat for the most part. I'm gonna check out what else you got. So, key art metal case. They didn't release a new game. This is just... Legendary Edition. Okay, yeah, okay. This is really cool. Jeez, I'd spend $100 on that helmet alone. Although looking at everything you get in here, it's kind of what you're doing. But that's so cool. Ah, I used to love getting all those super collector's editions for video games and such. I used to get all the Halo, like the most expensive ones you could. At least the more recent ones. I didn't have an Xbox till I was like out of like in high school and such. I didn't really buy video games until then. When I did, I always got like the real expensive ones that if I could. I still have some of it. I lost some of it, like the my Skyrim Alduin statue. Something when I was moving at one point, something weird and sticky dripped onto it, and the thing was just perpetually disgusting. So, oops, that's backwards, I believe. So I eventually had to get rid of that. But yeah, that's a sick helmet. I'm looking at it again here. It's got adjustable straps, the whole 9 yards. And look at thinking about like cosplayers and stuff. I'm sure they're gonna have a field day having like a really nice, detailed one like that to go with. Although, I mean, thinking about cosplayers in general, like 9 times out of 10, the stuff that they make is gonna be better than the stuff that even the companies make. But this one's like plug and play, the equivalent. Nice. You're gonna frame your acceptance letter? That's awesome. Oh, it's Shepard's acceptance letter. That's awesome. I like stuff like that. Like my favorite one of all time was the Halo Reach. I still have that one floating around the house here somewhere. It had like really cool diagrams of like the different stages of Mjolnir armor, all that kind of stuff. It was awesome. Yeah, the canvas, so large canvas things like that are actually always tough. Because I've gotten quite a number of them in like little kits over the years, and eventually they just find their way into a bin or the trash or something. Because I used to, when I was single and I had my apartment and such, I would have them in actual frames on the walls. But when I got married, I just didn't, like, we weren't going to put a Skyrim map on the wall. So they just kind of got put somewhere. But having them hanging up like that is also awesome. Or you could do, if you get enough of things like that, you could get like if you've ever been to like a department store and they have posters for sale and they have that little flippy thing, they sell they sell really nice flippy things like that that are designed to display a bunch of things like that. If you have a bunch of art. And then you can just kind of flip it to the one you want to display, or the two you want to display in that case. Like I said, they have nice ones so it doesn't look like super tacky. So I need 4 and 5, right? Yeah. Yeah, they're like binders, but they're vertical, and they think they attach to the wall. Or I've seen some people on Pinterest do that. It's for exactly stuff like this, for people that get, I think they were originally intended for like those wall scrolls to give, so that they don't look super tacky, just nailed into the wall. Just to give them a casement that looked a little bit better. Yeah. Come back. But also, everybody, I will start streaming video games probably later this week. Nothing crazy. Probably just whatever RPG I'm playing, or Skyrim or something like that. Still been playing a lot of Skyrim. But those will, so don't worry, it won't interrupt the hobby streams at all, but it will not be live on YouTube. It will only be on Twitch. I don't want to mess with restream and encoders and all that stuff for just me dicking around on video games. But if you're also a gamer, hit me up and we can play some games together. As long as they're easy. I don't like video games that are hard anymore. I used to like hard video games. I just do not find enjoyment in them anymore. So, perfect example. Hate Dark Souls. I love Diablo. Because Diablo, if something's difficult, you just grind out a little bit, get your Paragon points, call it a day. I tried to play a little bit of the last season of Diablo. I think it's kind of gotten to the point there that I either, like, I don't even say I want to actively play with my friends all the time, but I want more friends that play the game actively to enjoy a game like that. Like, I don't need to always play with them, like a core group or something, but just people I can occasionally party up with and do some stuff with. Because just doing that game solo just isn't as fun anymore as it used to be. Alright, cool. So there is our Eevee, and then the back legs also do their little thing. So we can have him. Ah! That looks a little bit like a child, like a baby. Again, I love these Gundam kits, Bandai kits. Compose them all kinds of ways. Alright, cool. So I guess I wasn't really following the instructions there at the end. Should I skip? Did I skip anything? No. Okay. And then, for a kit like this, I don't pay too much attention to the instructions because it's pretty self-explanatory. Some of the Gundam kits I get are like 10 sprues. It's really easy to get mixed up between especially when the left and the right side of a model is really easy to get mixed up. Oh, C-Vamp, do you know if Shadow is online? I didn't see him online earlier, and they don't have Twitch notifications or anything because they don't have the app. And they told me to always tell them when I'm going online. And I did not get a chance to give him the memo. And did you still want a dinosaur? Did you ever find a good dinosaur model on Etsy or something? If not, I can help you look. Alright, so do I attach these? Yeah, I attach these now. Because with that Lord of the Rings commission done, I'm full up. I'm caught up on all my jobs. I got some dwarf stuff to do for Mr. Pie Master. And that is it. Speaking of, John, if you watch this, you need to tell me when I'm picking up the rest of those models. I messaged you earlier today, but I think you were asleep. Is that right? Did I do it? No, yeah, definitely like that. Is that it? I think we're done. Oh, we gotta finish the collar. Oh, you are... Yeah, 30 minutes late. Yeah, so we got an Eevee. We're doing Eevee tonight. It's the, if you want one, it's this. It's the Bandai model Eevee kit. And they also have a Pikachu and Mewtwo, and they have some other ones too. If you want this, like, these are the easiest kits to make. Bandai makes their kits in a way that's super approachable. You don't need any glue at all. The only thing I would recommend buying are just some like cheap sprue cutters and like some sanding sticks for like 10 or 15 cents each. And you can make these in, I think I've been doing this one in like 30 minutes. And it's the easiest thing in the world. And what's great about this is if you ever want to take it a little bit farther, you can get some really simple and easy stuff to use, like panel liner, things like that, and just add a little bit. And that kit was 10 bucks. So $10 American. So I think it's about 12 Canadian, something like that. I even got it a little bit cheaper because I think it was on sale at Meijer. And if you do get these kits and you are in Canada, if you want to buy them online, there is a store that if you ask me, I will send to you. They do YouTube videos of their store. I love them. They're a super small time business and you get to see them fulfilling orders. It's called, I think, Canadian Gundam Store, something like that. Canadian Gundam Shop. I absolutely love them. If I wasn't just buying this kit on a whim, I would 100% be buying from them. I watch whenever I'm editing videos or I'm just absolutely chilling or looking to wind down for the night, I go and I see if they have a video. They're really supportive to their viewers. They're really, really kind. And they do giveaways every Saturday on their, they have a guy because they have a physical location in Canada, they have a guy that does streaming and giveaways every Saturday. Okay, here's this. My guess is that this just goes on like this. Yeah, okay. It goes over top. And then we're just going to, we'll adjust the fur once it's actually on. And this works just like all the other Gundam heads, in that it gets placed on there. There. I think it might be easier to. Which way do I want it? Do I want this under or over? Oh, the back goes over. Okay. This goes right like this. Take the body here, and then I'm listening for a click, but no click. Okay, yeah, we're good. No click. All right. Make sure everything poses well. There we have our little Eevee. This was adorable and probably one of the best impulse purchases I've made in quite some time. This was a lot of fun. For Tuesday night streams, I might get more tiny little Bandai kits like this. This was a ton of fun. We got some toe beans to put on. Yeah. And I will never be painting a kit like this. Life has been stupid busy, man. That's totally all right. I will send you some ideas because I've done some preliminary sketches and stuff for you. I know that you've been buying a house, CVamp, so I totally understand. These are my bad tweezers. I love that I have bad and worse tweezers. These are bad, but the other ones are worse. Oh, how did it slide backwards? What's going on? Did they back out? Or was there issues with your approval on the loan or something? Oh, the seller. I'm so sorry about that. That is, oh man, that sucks. That really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. My wife and I, when we bought our house here, we lucked out. We were buying the model home for the neighborhood. So the seller was legitimately like the building company that started the neighborhood like many years ago. And they like stopped due to like the recession and then started up again and didn't need a model home because so many of the plots had sold. So they were just trying to get rid of it. We lucked out. Like the basement was free, things like that. But my in-laws, they just bought a house and they've been having issues with the seller. It's so crazy that like how sketch sellers can be without any repercussions at all because it's their house. Yeah. Shady. Piece of shit, yeah. Oh wow, the home is under litigation? Like as though like something illegal happened? That's crazy. Yeah, spill the tea. We don't have a lot of people watching right now. You got me, my wife, you and Shadow. I think that's pretty much all we got right now. I'm just gonna keep posing this Eevee. And then I'm gonna save this face to do something terrifying with later. I'll just throw it in my bits box. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, especially that sucks. They should have to disclose that because like if you're like so I don't know if anyone knows this about me, but sometimes I'm a little bit too nice. And I let a homeless person live in my but when I moved in with my wife at her apartment, my apartment, I had a friend living with me for free, pretty much, and I was also letting somebody else that I gave a job to at the time, Tom and Chi, which is a restaurant that I was running. I gave him a job, and he was a homeless person. His name was Homeless Joe, and I let the two of them live there and split a third of the rent. And at one point I told them that I was going to be no longer paying for the apartment. And then in a matter of like 3 weeks, knowing that he didn't have a place to live, Joe ripped that place to shreds. Like, he just stopped caring. Like, smoking inside, putting out cigarettes on the floor, shit like that. So even if it was possible, man, I wouldn't want to live in that house. Especially for squatters and stuff like that. Like, what all did he do? He got internet installed, and he told the guy it was okay just to like literally drill holes through the walls in order to run the cable. And I don't mean like in the closet with like nice padding conduit, just like in the middle of the fucking room. Yeah, just drill it right there. It's fine. Oh, it was awful. So yeah, especially if someone is going from being homeless to living in that place and then is going to being homeless again, I wouldn't want to live there. That's just, it would have to be my dream home. It would have to 100% be like my dream home. Where's the front cover? There it is. I like to do the front cover on the outside. That is not folded up right, but I'm probably going to throw this. Oh no, I'm going to recycle those sprues. Or find a place where I can recycle those sprues. I think I can make him sitting. Yeah, you can sit. Or if it was repaired during renovations. Yeah. That's sketch. Oh man, those sellers are sketchy. They're just probably trying to get rid of it at this point. Maybe. So is there a guy like, so you said it's under litigations. So are they suing the guy for living there? Or it was litigation? Oh, okay, fair. You don't know the details. That's fair. I mean, and okay, you don't know the details. That's kind of the fucking problem, right? Like, they should have given you the details and told you about it. And it has a court date for after a move-in date? Oh, fuck that. Yeah, they're 100% just trying to get rid of the house. So then you're going to show up as a new owner and deal with all that nonsense. Nah. It's a buyer's market, or at least here in Ohio it is. Like, houses sell in, like, less than 30 hours on average, I think it is. Like my buddy Cameron, he was trying to find a house, and he would find one in the morning, set up a meeting with his realtor to go on like his lunch to see it, and by the time his realtor multiple times said, it's a seller's market, in like the last 4 hours an offer has been extended and accepted. And he was like, how? It went up, it was listed like 3 hours ago. Have they even seen it? They were like, no, people are buying houses. But yes, I did that backwards. It is a seller's market. I'm curious, Shadow, you live up in Canada. Do you guys have weird changes like that where it goes from being a super sellers to a super buyer market? Yeah. So you went like the same day, yeah. Where's my box of crap? Is this box crap? I mean, all this stuff is just boxes of crap. No, those are flight stands. Oh, there's some bits in there too. Go in there. That's fine. I will literally never find that when I look for it later. Oh. So here down in the States, we'll have like sellers and buyers markets where it'll be very, very hard to sell your house sometimes, and it'll be very, very hard to buy a house sometimes because everybody is buying a house like immediately. Like since the whole pandemic started, a lot of people have been buying houses because they realize that buying a house is just 100 times better than renting a place. So houses go up for sale and then they get bought like within 24 hours. So you don't have like a house that's on the market for a long time, and you don't have a lot of time to make a decision if you want to buy a house because somebody else will put the offer in. I think CVamp just said he made an offer within 22 hours of the thing being listed. And I was telling him about my buddy about a couple of years ago. He was trying to buy a house, and he had some houses that went up for sale, and then less than 5 hours later, somebody had already made an offer and it was accepted on it. I don't like that this moves. There's one thing that I would change about this kit is I get that it moves, it doesn't even move to function the head moving. I don't, because these all move independent, like they flip. That's the one weird decision I think they made with this. Yeah, that's super sketchy that they hid that information from you. And yeah, you have to go in for above. I remember like back in the day, like when you wanted a house, like you would go in and sellers were ready to come down like almost up to like 20% on their house prices. And now they're like, if you don't offer me 10% more, you're probably not going to get this house. Not 10%, but yeah. All right. First modelly doddly done. What do I have to work on next? I have several things to work on next, actually. We have these drows for next month's Diorama Book Nook. We have some bases to do for some of our last Friday's monsters. I have that other Gundam kit that needs put together. I got a dragon to work on. Yeah, we got tons of stuff to do. general Tuesday stream. Yeah, and Shadow, I said I'm definitely going to be doing some streaming of video games on days where I don't do hobby stuff. Nothing crazy, but mostly just either whatever RPG I'm playing. Like right now, I'm playing a lot of Skyrim. Still, I think I'm level like 70 something now. I've been enjoying that game a lot with all the mods. Well, the in-game Bethesda creation content mods, whatever those are called. Because I don't do like the Nexus mods or stuff. Once I finally catch up with all the content that I have, I'll do those, but not yet. Okay, no matter what I do, I'm gonna need to get something, so I will be right back, y'all. Enjoy this ad break. Not sure where your package is. You need to call some people tomorrow. A giant wolf tapestry? That sounds awesome. Can you guys figure out what my next month's diorama is going to be? It's going to involve Driss Jordan. So we got to paint him up. Super excited. Before I start my next model. Hydrate? Oh man, do I have... What should I hydrate with? I think my AHA citrus and green tea water is going to be it. No, my tea! My tea's finally cold enough to drink. Hoard those points. Go for it. What are you saving up for? Oh, I've been told also I should probably I should remove the pizza party as an option. I have been told that my wife was drunk when she suggested it. She wasn't. She was just wanting pizza, and we got pizza since. So we're gonna have to probably remove the pizza party for my wife. Some good tea. Yeah, so the points should hopefully be a lot easier once I start figuring out what to do with predictions, because predictions allows you guys to predict things in a binary fashion. So for those of you that don't know what that means, it means that it's like a yes or a no, or a over, under, whatever. And you can... Hey, thank you so very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Everybody has a Prime sub. I'm about to assault all of my friends and family and get theirs. So the predictions are, it has to be like a one or the other thing, and then you guys can bet against each other and get points. Wow, these are pretty cool. Drink some more tea. You can do what? Gamble points? Oh yeah. I don't know how to do it exactly. There is so if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a free Twitch subscription to give to a Twitch content creator every month. And it's let's see here. Yeah, when you click it, I think you have to link your Amazon to your Twitch account, which I think is, well, I know it's free, but I don't know how to actually do it. But yeah, here you go. How to subscribe with Prime Twitch help. Yeah, so if you go to your Amazon account, there should be a way for you to link it. I have no idea. My wife probably did it. My wife is Anasaurus. She's one of our Prime subs here. She did that thing for me. Wow, these are pretty bad with the mold lines. Ugh. Hey, come on, guys. That's so bad. I'm gonna have to get the knife out and everything for that. Gonna be careful this week. I'm not gonna stab my thumb. I actually had to end last Friday's stream because I started to bleed profusely from where I stabbed my thumb. Oh man, that was that was so bad. I played it off like nothing bad happened. I cut off the callus, but the moment I applied any pressure to my thumb, the whole thing was like, "Hey, we're gonna put your insides on your outside here." I did a dumb thing with an X-Acto knife. Please don't stab. Yeah, I plan on not stabbing my thumb for at least several more weeks, because it always happens. I get careless with them, like I did last week, and I stab my thumb, and then for like the next couple months, I'm really careful with knives, and then I get too confident again, and then I stab myself again, and then I'm like, oh man, I've gotten careless. Watch this video later about the immune system. Alright, let me open that up. Oh, there's Richard Branson telling me that he wants to take me to space. Making sure I didn't miss any YouTube chats. It's a little bit harder to see those. Okay, we're good there. Got a couple of drow. Or I could do mind flares. I have all those mind flares that I printed off. With the... Actually, I probably will do some mind flare stuff. I have a bunch of really cool ones. Throw these bases in here. Actually, we're gonna throw this away. Just for a sec. Can I reach that with my short little cable? Heck yeah, I can. Nope, can't. We're gonna work on this a little bit. So this is a model kit that I started a couple years ago and I never finished. And we're gonna come back to it here tonight. So this is what Bandai kits normally are. Lots and lots of sprues. And it looks like I've done the waist piece. Okay. Okay. Where is my box? There it is. Feeling like a little bit more assembly. I'll get like a leg or something done before I get into painting tonight. So what's cool about this is a kit that I'm doing that example of. I'm going all out on it. So I'm going to be repainting it, all that good stuff. But hilariously, the first thing you do when you start a kit like this is you assemble the whole thing, and then you, so what's cool about these kind of kits, we're going to assemble the whole thing, and this is the inside structure that all of the rest of it goes over top of. So what we do is we assemble it all, and then we remove all of it, and leaving just the inside structure as it is. I read some awesome, because my first thought was, well, why don't I just not do that? Why don't I just assemble the, no, parts of this. So this is a Bandai Gunpla kit, so its primary language is in Japanese because Gunpla is a lot bigger in Japan than America, but there is English in here, on here. But it's one of those things of, you know how normally we get things and the main instructions are in English, and then it has like other language options, and this is an example where we are one of the other language options. So since it's such a long process, I'm just gonna do a little bit. I'll probably do just one of the legs here. Oh, French is, I did know that Quebec is like that. The Letterkenny, I watch a lot of Letterkenny. Okay, so let's just do one of the legs. We're just gonna do one. This is a lot. Look at all these sprues. I'm sure I had these organized at some point. L, M, N, J, K, L, M, N. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna alphabetize these. So this is A, K, L, M, N, and then we got A, B, oh no, okay, D, E, where is C? That's F. Looking for C, guys, that's F2. H, D, E, F. And what can be a little bit confusing too is for a lot of the time for these kits, they might use the same sprue for multiple different Gunpla builds, so you don't actually always have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. You will only have the ones that are applicable to, in this case, the MS06R-2 Zakuto, which it looks like does not include a C. So I need B and E. So we're gonna grab B, and I'll take these off screen so you guys don't see this. E. Alright, and then we'll put these. I almost bought one of those. Oh, guys! Speaking of the thing I almost bought a little sprue thing, holder, thingamabob. But I was able to find a place, USA Gundam actually, had these things in stock. Oh my god, this is the most beautiful storage device I've ever bought. So a lot of the time for storing these miniature paints, I struggle a lot because just space is such a fucking nightmare. But with these little drawers, I can store 60 paints in this tiny little box instead of having to do that. So I bought, they only had one in stock, otherwise I would have gotten two. But this just saved so much space on this shelf. So I'm taking my old paint rack thing and I'm giving it to a friend, because even like these acrylic nail ones, they're great, but I love that so much. It's so sleek, it's so small. I'm gonna stack 2 on top of each other and I'm gonna get a whole new shelf here, and it's not even gonna fill up the whole thing. I'll have a bunch of other shelves. I'm so fucking pumped for that. All right, I need B12. So B12. And it looks like, oh, we're just gonna make 2 ankles. And we're gonna get the nice sprue cutters, I believe, if I can find them. Yeah, we're gonna get the nice, more precise sprue cutters here, because these I use for all kinds of stuff. Okay. Yes, Liger Zero, was that part of Zoids or Zorgs? With the tiger, yeah. So they actually Zoids, they redid a lot of those kits, and I saw them on the Canadian Gundam store as well as on the USA Gundam. They redid a lot of those kits. So you might want to check out those if you're interested, because that got me really excited. I remember wanting to watch that show as a kid, but my parents didn't really let me watch a lot of TV because I was too busy not studying and doing all kinds of other stuff. And this is internal structure, so the reason I'm sanding these is less for aesthetics and more just to make sure it all works. Yeah, 2 hours. So it was probably one of the more complicated kits, kind of, maybe not quite this bad, but there is an intermediary between this and the EV. Adult male stuff, I assume. Yeah, so it was like, it... Oh, a sound box. Okay, yeah, so it was not a Bandai kit. That's awesome, though. That's really cool. Yeah, C-Vamp, it's kind of like Power Rangers or Voltron back in the day. It was just one of those shows that was floating around with people inside of mechs. So here you get to see the details. So this is an RG or a real grade kit. So it's a little bit more expensive because like this is the inner structure right here. You can see the detail in this moving part. This is for the ankles. So I got 2 of those. And then I need E11. I need 2 of those. And I could see a kit like this taking many hours, because this one will take many hours. Oh no, I wasn't focused on school and stuff because most of my time was spent focused on karate and studying, so I didn't get to watch or do a lot of that other stuff. Plus, I was too busy being a piece of shit in high school to really pay attention to stuff like that. Go 11. Yeah, I spent a lot of time. Plus, if I didn't get good enough grades, I was usually grounded until my next report card, things like that. So, obviously, it's why I read so much as a kid, too. Because I was grounded for many months at a time, sometimes, if I got a bad grade on a report card, up until the next report card came out. So, yeah. Not typical male stuff, kind of just attempting to get through, as it were. But I love my parents. I'm a very focused person now because of them. Could they have gone a little bit easier on me? Heck yeah. But have many other parents done much, much worse? Oh yeah. It's all relative. I didn't really ever do anything bad, but in terms of parents that I've heard about, they could have been much worse about a lot of stuff. Oh, we needed I as well. So B goes back. We'll go ahead and we'll put E back as well, and then we need I, and we need I1. Looks like we have 2 I1s, so we're going to grab both of those real quick. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely only going to do one, these ankle and maybe the right leg. Because I kind of want to paint some models. But I broke out this whole kick, so we're going to do at least some of it. So actually, we're going to do this in a way that doesn't make anyone that watches this that does gunplay cringe, which is we're going to pre-cut some of these off here. So I did need 2, right? Yeah, I needed 2 and I1 25. So when I say pre-cut, we cut it off here, not next to the, oh, well, let me get this close. So we cut it, so this is actually where our part is, right? And so normally you'd cut right here, up against it. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to cut over here so that the stress of the cut doesn't damage any of the connections or damage sometimes even the part itself. So it's not something I do very often, but for these super brittle Gundam kits, I tend to do it, especially when I'm really looking to do a good job. And especially on some of these more particular parts like the feet. And so yeah, now we have that. So when we cut, if you think about just like the basic physics of what we're doing, if I cut there, what am I doing? I'm essentially shoving the 2 parts of these clippers. I'm forcing that in between 2 pieces of plastic and separating them. And when they're on here in the sprue, and then we were to go to separate them, it doesn't, it's the same kind of thing. We are pressing up against the individual part and the other end of the plastic. So we push in there, it's kind of like jamming a wedge into something. So if you do it like this, then when we go to cut, none of that force is redistributed into the actual structure of my piece, because the other side is free just to come off like that. It's just a little way to get a nice cleaner part cut on parts like this that have a tendency to go in and out. I wonder what you did with that Tiger 02. Oh, well that's gone forever now. And they fly everywhere, which is always fun. Plus, this is all a good chance to get my my nice clippers out. It's been a while since I got my nice clippers out. It has a little guy to put in his head. Yes, yes, it does. I need 2 more of these, don't I? I got both of these, right? Oh wait, what part is this? Come on, Ricky, pay more attention to what you're doing. I just kept doing stuff. So I have 25 and 26. 25, 26, and I need I11 1. There. So we'll use kind of the heavy duty ones to pre-cut this. And you can see right there, good example, I pre-cut over here, but you can see right there, that part broke. And that could be just mild warping in the kit itself. Normally something I don't worry myself too much about, but I really want this kit to look good. This is going to be the first time that I actually go and do absolutely my best on a Gundam kit. Alright, so there's those 4 parts, and I see why we got 2 of these eye sprues, because I'm just going to cut the same exact 4 pieces out of this. Hey Tyler, what is up? I addressed your suggestion in the suggestion box. 100% we are doing a Halo diorama. I have it on the schedule for later this year. So probably around Christmas time the video will be up and done. I'm looking to find what company made the best action figures for it, because I can't find any really good models for it, and I wanted to do it at a slightly bigger scale than my normal stuff. So, hey, thank you so very much for the Prime sub, sir. How are you doing? Oh, and to catch you up, we did, we put up, yes, thank you. Tyler said he would give me his Prime sub. We made this little Eevee. Yeah, I started working on the Prime sub. I mean, not the Prime sub, on the Halo one. I have some ideas written down. The issue is, the only challenge that I have to doing it is not even the models themselves, because the models are fine, but all of the different models. So if I wanted to do like something that had multiple characters and stuff in it, everything is at a different scale. So I wanted to find like not the mega blocks, because those look terrible. Yeah, okay, all these Prime subs have me seeing money. No, all these Prime subs are gonna pay for the couple $1,000s I've spent on models for the D&D Monster Manual thing so far. But yeah, the scale of all of the Halo stuff is different, so I need to find a good set of a good model line. All right, so I needed 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2. We have 1, and right now we're just doing a little bit of work on this Zaku. I'm looking to get my hands warmed up a little bit for painting. And I did mention that later on this week I will be starting to play some video games on stream. Just whatever RPG I'm working on and playing at the time. And we get to bring out the nice, super nice clippers. If any of you are hobbyists that watch, Games and Gears made these. These are probably the nicest clippers I've ever used. And that includes God hand clippers. So if you're familiar with that brand, I would say these are definitely better than the God hands. I like them a lot better. Plus, they're the first ones I've ever seen with the lever action down here, as opposed to built into there, which is nice because this is disgusting. Just got some grease in there. But these are the nicest clippers I've ever used. It's cool that you have these hobbies. Yeah, you never seen this stuff? Well, I mean, that makes sense. This is one of these things where if you've never seen this stuff, you definitely have never seen this stuff. It's all adjunctory and kind of amalgamous to each other, or at the very least parallel. So if you get into gunplay, you start seeing kits for other stuff. But yeah, no, this is how I keep my zen. This is how I deal with all of my stress. Just doing little stuff like this. That's also how I get my fulfillment in doing things for other people. Like doing charity builds, things like that, helping people out. I need my next job to come in though. I was talking to one guy who he's a veteran that he's really upset. what was his thing? I don't want to say too much because I hope that he doesn't get uncomfortable. Well, no, he doesn't have a name attached to him. Yeah, so he brought a bunch of his painting stuff from with him on deployment and unfortunately left it. So I'm working with him to get him. So the gist is I would pay for a lot of his models and paint them for him at a discount. So basically, he would pay for painting, and I'm going to be buying his army for him again because that's exactly the kind of stuff I like to do with this channel. And I have some money left over from my last job. I bought the nice things that I wanted to buy from the money, and I had some money left over, so I offered to buy some of the models for him so he can get replacements, which is nice. Yes, the BioShock diorama was so much fun, and that was just a cheap little pop vinyl too. That wasn't even like a BioShock figure. That was HIJ. Gotta keep these sprues in order. HI, yeah. Because we have 15 of these. Ah, there we go. Oh, and Shadow, you mentioned the tiny little person. This one has a tiny little person. Doesn't go inside, but it stands next to it. So you get the scale of the Gundam figure. I like that. All right. Plays D&D online? Yes, D&D online is becoming much more popular. So there's a couple of different ways to do that. There's an actual MMORPG called Dungeons and Dragons Online, which is just like a video game MMO. And then there's also you can actually play with other people in systems like Roll20, which is what I use, or you can just play with them over Discord or a combination thereof. There's other simulator and things too. So the playing Dungeons and Dragons online, especially during the pandemic, gained a lot of popularity, and there's a lot of people, myself included, that even when the world does go back to normal, I'll always want to play D&D online. It's part of the reason why I don't like playing D&D. It's just a huge commitment of time. I mean, it's not just the hours and hours of playing in person. It's you're going to go to someone's house, and you're going to be there for the rest of the night. And usually people are going to be drinking and all this other stuff, which just, yeah, it's just a huge commitment. But now, you just pop online from the safety of your own home. No secondary locations. And then you play. And then when you're done, you are already back at home, able to do your own thing. And then it's a lot easier to get sessions and stuff put together. Well, hey, Tyler. Online is 100% better. As someone that's tried to play in person many times with many groups, the best groups I've ever had are online. And Tyler, if you're interested, in the near future, once my life calms down a little bit, I might start playing again. I will let you know. But because I promised my wife I would run a campaign for her, and I have it all prepped out, and we were playing with some other people and it didn't work out, and then we were playing with some other people and it didn't work out, and then we were playing with a third group of people and it didn't work out. So I gotta get some people together for her to play with. And even online, so when I play D&D, I don't even use like the battle board and stuff. Just because I don't know, I hate it. Sounds like the common denominator in all that working out is you, sir. Yeah, don't worry, I've literally cried about this. So yeah, I've tried to play many D&D groups. But hilariously, these last couple have actually not been me, thank goodness. In the past, it's been me when I've tried to play. It's been 100% me. And I think the issue was I always kept trying to play with friends that had never played D&D, or like didn't even know what it was before I brought it up to them. And I would try and introduce them to this really complex board game that I had been reading about for many years and was really excited to play. And I just got too into it. So then the groups end up falling apart. But now I have a much more casual relationship with it, and I have a lot less free time, so hilariously I think that will make running it a little bit easier. But thank you, CVamp. That has literally made me cry on multiple occasions. I appreciate it. Because it has been me before. Alright, so we're going to keep doing this. Almost there. We're not going to do a whole leg. We're just going to do these ankles. This is going to take too long. I like to watch TV while I do assembly like this. And this is exactly why. Because it's just hours of this. And this is just the ankle. This is just the motherfucking ankles. These are also internal parts. And there we go, just like that. Boom, done. So what am I building? I am building the Zaku 2 Gundam. So okay, thanks box art. Cool, there he is. That's what I'm building now. This guy. This is what we're building. And what we are doing now is we are constructing him, and then we will disassemble most of him, and we'll disassemble most of him down to the understructure of the model, which looks like this. So all of the rest of this is external structure. So we will go ahead and build the whole thing like this, and then we will remove all of the parts so it looks like this, and then we will paint all of it, add weathering and such, and go from there. I've built a bunch of Gundam kits, and I've never done this before, so this was just kind of something fun to do. I wanted to do a really nice one, and I had this real grade kit laying around. Now for Gundam, I need those instructions. I don't know why I keep putting them down there. In terms of the grade of kit, real grade is one of the higher grades, so I think this one was $40? 30 something? Zaku 2 real grade. See here? So this is, they all have numbers too. This is Bandai number 4, I believe. Oh, Bandai number 26. So Bandai number 4 was the original Zaku 2. This is the Zaku R2. It's actually a good question. I've had this sitting around for a long time. I'm really curious how much this was. So in terms of kit prices, if you were to go to a company like USA Gundam, you can get anything from a $10 kit like that Eevee all the way up to multiple hundreds of dollars for kits. Now if you want something good middle of the road, they have a series. It takes a while to actually start to figure out how to, like, what all this stuff means with Gundam, because it's like such a big hobby. You can get a Zaku 2 that is a little bit less quality, HG, for like $21. And but if you wanted to go for like the real grade, let's see here, they have HG, PG, which is perfect grade. Those are like somewhere between, it depends on the kit, but you're looking at somewhere between $100 to $400. It's like you could get a Zaku 2 that's at 1/48 scale instead of smaller for a couple $100. But this one, why don't they order this by number of kit? Jesus Christ, guys. So this is, Okay, cool. So this is actually a cheaper one. This is the RG 1 to 144 scale Johnny Ridden's. I don't know. I don't watch the anime. I'm sorry, everybody. Zaku 2 high mobility type. So it's a $30 kit. Do they sell like cars you can build? I don't know if model cars really sell, to be honest. I've built several, and I've tried putting them up on eBay, but no one wants to buy them. I have a, speaking of, I have a, like this one that I finished up. This was the, I did this one for my dad, because my dad collects cars. So every year for like Christmas and his birthday and stuff, I make him a model of one of his cars. And sometimes it's really difficult. Like the last one I did was a limited run custom Azusa something or other. It was called the Via Cross. It was a limited run for the Ironman Triathlon. But this one was real simple. It was just a 66 Thunderbird. That's the one. That's the most recent one I did for him. And actually, I don't have it anywhere near me. It's on the other side of the room. I just put the enamel on it. So yeah, I did those two for him. I got a couple more I gotta do for him. Not gonna say them in case he ever watches this. But he's got all these cars, and I like to make him custom car. And I don't know what else to get my dad. Like he works out, and he was a personal trainer, so like I can't get him gym equipment. But besides that, I don't really know what he does. Whenever I ask my dad, hey, what'd you do today? It's like for the last 15 years, it's always been the same thing. I cleaned the house. He's got a little bit of OCD, so he cleans the house a lot. It's like I cleaned, I worked out, and that's it. And he might watch sports. And that was my dad. For the last like 15 years, I would ask him what he did, and that was all he ever did. Maybe fishing. He might go fishing occasionally. Or since he started collecting cars, he might say that he worked on the cars, like waxing them and stuff. Alrighty. Cool, so there is that. I love the articulation in this fucking foot. That's so cool. I would hate collecting cars. My dad keeps telling me that he's gonna give me that 66 T-Bird someday. And I'm just terrified that he's actually going to do it someday, because I'm going to immediately break that car, and I'm not going to even like begin to have the money or know how to fix it or keep it nice or keep up with it. That's the wrong spot. So this goes right in there like this. Yeah. There's our foot, like that. And the reason you actually fully assemble the kit first is so that you can kind of see what you need to paint and then remove those pieces. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Then we're going to add the A piece on here. This is this one. 25. Ta-da! Over here, same thing. What's cool about these kits, everything's push fit. No flipping glue. And then we grab this. This goes right on there. And this goes right on there. And we got some ankles. And there we go. Let's make sure that's in there. Good deal. I'm going to stretch. Thank you, CVAP. How was my day today? My day was okay. What did I do today? I woke up. I worked out. I worked a little bit on my YouTube videos, just adding in transitions, and recorded some of the voiceover. What else did I do? Oh, I added I cut down the framing for a couple of the door frames in our house because I was doing some remodeling and some stuff. When I replaced all the floors and stuff myself, I didn't put those door frames back on, or the door molding around them. So I got those cut tomorrow. I'll finish up that. And today, what else did I do? I listened to a lot of my book. Took care of the dog. And that was it. It's a pretty good day. Nothing really much happening. Look at that. Now we have the waist and these two little leg things done. And that is enough of that. I think doing these kits in small bursts is the way to go. Because look at all these fucking sprues. Just a goddamn mess of sprues. How about you? What did you do today, Tyler? How was your day? Is this the top? No, that's the bottom. Perfect. Oh, and I did a bunch of sketching for my next couple YouTube projects. You worked? Well, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to have had a bad day. What'd you do while you worked? I'm usually listening to my book on tape while I work. Or if things are really slow, I'll do some painting. I started my new job yesterday, so that was super fun. Getting to do not tracking is nice. Today it was actually easy, only got a +2. What's a +2? Does that mean you only tracked 2 jobs? Oh, you only had like 11 sites. Yeah, second shift in the evening has gotten a little bit slower, which is nice, which is perfect because oh, CVAP. I'm doing a gig right now for the QA team. Nothing crazy. I understand what you're saying now, Tyler. Yeah, handouts, just a couple. I hate that. CVAMP is one of my awesome buddies that used to be in Ohio with us on the FSO team. And yes, kind of with Mike Martin. So I do different things than Mike. So I'm working closely on helping the specialists finish a lot of the projects that they were working on. So things like setting up the auto ticket builder templates so that we can have tickets automated. So I've been working with them on a lot of really big data entry things that require just some extra time and a little bit of paying attention. So I do that for about, oh, that's actually pretty cool. It moves in 2 directions. I spend about half my days from 11 a.m. until about 5 working on all that stuff. And then I switch over to the tracking side of things. But yeah, no, so CVAMP used to work with us over in FSO before he accepted a project management job in our project management department. And now he works on, you're still working on the CalNet? Yes, I was very excited for the gig. I was very honored that they still wanted me to do it, even though, which actually was like a huge, oh no, God bless it, really? I was very, very thankful and really just quite pleased with myself when they still gave it to me, even though I knew that they knew that they wanted a full-time person and they were only able to get me for 40% of my shift. So only 6 hours on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So I was like, okay, cool. They very much did want me for this job if they're willing to accept 40% of my time for what was going to be a 100% assignment for gig. I guess it's like I've been here for 6 years and I'm pretty good at what I do at this point, which is nice. No, I'll be with you guys all day Sunday. Yes. So you guys will still have me all day Sunday. Ricky Bilby, our director, as well as the management teams, they want to make sure that there's a very clear Ricky is working on these things at these times, and then I'm working on these things at these other times. Probably because the gig assignment might run a little bit longer than the end of the year. Hopefully it's permanent. I'm very much looking forward to changing up jobs. I've been doing what I've been doing for 6 years, and I'm just, the things that get regularly posted just aren't really my speed or aren't really tasks that I enjoy. So it's kind of hard to find stuff. I like helping people, I like leading people, and those kind of positions just don't come around a lot. I don't necessarily enjoy things like customer management or customer interaction things. Oh yeah, fun tip for wet palette users. I stopped freaking out when it curled over because it uncurls itself and then we can flatten it out. Lance left when they decided that they only needed one senior manager for FSO. Jake left immediately, and Lance stuck around to help the specialists transition to under Kevin Mail. So yeah, he is. I think he's now gone. But he just didn't like. He wasn't interested in finding something else in the company. He just, yeah. So now Ricky Bilby is the only field service operations senior manager. Yeah. So nothing bad happened. They were just like, hey, we only want one senior manager. We can find you something else, or you can go. And then he was like, I'll just go. At this point, so many he'd been there for so many changes that he was just kind of like, I'm cool. I'm cool. Also, yeah, if those of you that haven't seen it, coolest flash drive ever. It came with my gaming mouse. I use it to put 3D model files on. And to smooth out my wet palette. Alright. What do I want to paint first? Dressed? Maybe. I know, right? This is... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was excessive. But it's so cool. It's not very large. And I don't know if the thought was that it could go. I think it was just so it didn't get lost in the box that they made it this big. But I could imagine this being really, really cool in like a... maybe someone thought it would be... Yes, I am showing off my flash drive again because this is amazing. I can imagine someone thinking this is like, oh, well, they could put it in their wallet. No, no one's going to put this, unless like you had a purse. If you had a purse, this would work out perfectly. It'd be nice. It's perfectly credit card sized. But yeah, look at me. Assuming that a man's going to carry this. I could just imagine this being smashed immediately in my wallet. But if I had a purse or something, it would go in there very well. Better than something like this. My wallet, at least. So I used to keep all my 3D models on. Alright, so actually, yeah, I have a 3.1 or something. I have a 32 gig something or other on my keychain as well. We just finished our second mini project, so it's time, everybody. We're gonna eat this banana. And I have my banana knife right here, ready to go this time. So you guys don't need to watch me find it. And we're going to eat a banana. Are you about to challenge me to see how fast I can eat a banana? Oh, you meant like a... Oh, okay, snack time. Okay. Because I was like, that can get real gross. Real quick, sir. Eat this banana as fast as you can. It's going to be like a no. A snack time one would be great. But I don't need to snack a lot. I think I usually... Actually, yeah, I usually do about like 2 snack breaks during the stream. I think I could do that. But I'm already going to do the snack breaks. I want it to be stuff that like... I mean, like, unless all of you guys are DOMs and you enjoy like telling me to do things, besides like stretch and drink water, and like you guys are feeders and you want to watch me eat, That's the only thing I'm concerned about, is I don't want to, I'm not looking to be commanded in a sub-dom mashin. Yeah, stop now. Yeah, like what if there's a feeder and he like saves up all these points and he's like, I'm gonna make him eat so many snacks? Like, just saying. You gotta watch that stuff. Just because I'm a guy, it doesn't mean that I can't be sexualized on Twitch. I can be sexualized just because of who I am and my body. Doesn't need to be a good body. Doesn't need to be a bad one. Like, my wife actually watches my nerdy ass streams. Nah, she lurks the whole time, Josh. You're C-Vamp, you're barking up the wrong tree there. Okay. It's kind of why I think we wanted to take off the buy my wife a pizza party and have her sit next to me and eat a pizza, because we realized that that might be like a fun little thing, but also might not be a fun little thing. Has some pretty weird connotations. I had to explain to my wife why I didn't like the word gaping as well earlier too. That was fun. Because she used the word gaping in like just casual conversation, like it was a normal word, and I was like, can you not use that, please? And she was like, what? Why? And I was like, because just can please, like, I love you. You're so cute. And please, just don't use that word. It isn't a normal word. Thank you. What is it? The Brian David Gilbert, Dark Souls. Never in a workplace should you ever be described as gaping. I love his stuff. Alright, we're getting some water here. But yeah, with my latest commission, I got some new shelves. I'm going to get to buy this guy some models. And yeah. God, that would be an HR thing so fast. Yeah. I have huge gaping holes in my schedule here. Can you not? Stop it. The client has pointed out gaping issues in our field service operations deployment schedule. All right, paper towel. Let's go ahead and start painting up Mr. Drift Stewart. This is a lot of pressure for me because these books got me through a lot of my childhood and I still read them to these days. So I'm gonna take some deep breaths here. I'll just start off with a flat army green. Looks like we're having some issues with consistency, so I'm going to shake this up a little bit more. I think just a little bit of the medium is too fast. Is too much of the medium is up on top. I wish I could see how many points y'all had. I think Shadow, you're probably in the lead, given that you don't spend them and you're here almost all the time. You're pretty close to the in real life voice ban. And just see if I keep spending them. And we're actually going to lower this one. The choose next model. That one's getting lowered to 20 because I'm not doing any channel prediction things. So that one's getting lowered to 20K. And then the getting a model, I'm going to lower to 1 million. That's fine. Nope, not 1, please. Look at this. Tyler over here is going to eat an apple and then go to bed. I will see you later, Tyler. And I'll give you updates when I find some cool stuff for that that Halo diorama. I'm starting to look at what I want to buy for it now. I'll love some ideas on favorite scenes, things like that. I like Halo a lot, but it's been many years since I played. I got the Master Chief Collection and just got decimated in a lot of PvP, and I just kind of stopped. I was like, I used to be really good at SWAT, and then I went in there, I was like, ah man, not that. That's not still true. Boom. Do I still do karate? Hell yes, I still do karate. The dojo I was working at part-time did close, but I'm trying to find a new place to teach out of. So, and I still do the private lessons and stuff when I need to, or when people want me to. But yeah, I still do it. The one I used to work at and the one that I've been going to since I was a kid, unfortunately, they just couldn't survive the pandemic, and they got bought by one of the patrons, and it's now just a generic fitness kind of center. So I might start teaching out of there once the once things go back to normal a little bit. But for now, no. I wanted to focus on launching good enough painting rather than teaching karate. So yes and no. I still do a lot of practice on my own time, every day or so, but I don't teach out of anywhere right now. Unfortunately, I miss it a lot, especially the kinder classes. Children are so terrible at things, and it's so great to hang out with them while they're being terrible at things. Yeah, so it was fun. It was funny. So the timing of the pandemic, I wouldn't say that like they couldn't survive. Like they had been attempting to get one of us to buy it, so a couple of the regulars, like myself included, to kind of take over the dojo, and they've been trying to get me to do it for a couple of years, and I'm just not been interested. Because that's just, I don't want to run a small business. Like I've seen them struggle before, and I've seen them have success before, and it's just not, I don't want to run a karate dojo for the rest of my life. So I didn't want to take it over, and they couldn't really get anyone else to, because they wanted some of them like myself or one of the other people that have been going there for decades and decades to do it, rather than just like, I don't know, randomly selling it online. I don't know how you would sell. I don't think you can sell a small business. And their daughter Nikki wasn't really interested in running it either, so it was just one of those things where they were just kind of hanging around waiting for either someone to offer or for them to be unable to do it anymore. And the pandemic was just a really good time. They were like, okay, cool, global pandemic, good enough of a sign for us. And then they just were like, we're gonna close. And then somebody was like, hey, can I have your building? Can I have your lease and all that other good stuff? I'll buy all this equipment. I'll put in some, I'll run some like jazzercise classes. I don't know what they run out of there now. But they approached me and a couple of the other instructors asking if we would be willing to teach classes out of there. And I was like, man, not now. Not with everything else I got going on, but maybe in the future. I'd go back to doing it there. But also, between you and me, it was kind of petty. I don't really like the people that bought it, so I might just never do it. Yeah, Very happy for them, though, that they got a nice, clean chance to... Oh, no, guys, it's time to wake up. The alarm went off. Oh, man, my airbrush is all the way... Good deal. Done. Oh, I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Count Dooku is the other model I'm supposed to do tonight. I'm doing that as part of a YouTube channel that I watch. A bunch of us community members that are in the Discord are building them some Star Wars Legion stuff. We're gonna pull this down for a little bit now that we're painting. So I gotta do my Count Dooku here in a bit, or at least get started on them. So many things to paint. So little time. Just kidding, I got so much fucking time. I'm made of time. I'm a time wizard, Harry. I'm from the future. Don't get too attached to Dobby. Also, let's all be honest. Dobby deserved it. There we go. Got a base coat down on that green, the green ass cloak. You have a phenomenal rest of your night, CVamp, and thank you again so very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Every month, that money will go 100% towards making some awesome things happen. So I appreciate that so very much. Boom. Green cloak. Green ass cloak. Oh, and everybody, I lowered the pick the next model to a reasonable amount of points. So you'll be able to pick the next model that we paint. And if you immediately say something that like doesn't exist or something that like I'm like, cool, we just did that a little while ago, I'll whisper you and we'll figure it out. I don't want to. I'll be like, yeah, here's this video where we painted that. Count Dooku. I forgot that I told these guys that I would be doing this live on stream. So if any of you guys from the Titan Legions project are still here, let me actually see here. See here. No, none of them even said that they would join. Okay, cool. Cool. So we're gonna be doing the Star Wars Legion. Count Dooku. So we're gonna open this up. Pull out. Where's the model? So here are the cards. Well, this is a big box for such a tiny thing. Oh, there he is. Cow. So I guess all of these are. I've never played this game. I don't know. But my guess is that all that is just stuff that you need to use him in a Star Wars Legion game. Oh, just a nice plain base, good deal. I like those a lot. And looks like it came in 5 pieces. That's not so bad. Okay. How's it going, Pie Master? Yeah, it's going pretty good. We made an EV. We made a we made some feet of another Gundam model. We painted a little bit of Driss Duwarden's cloak here. And I think that's it. Yes, that's it so far. And right now we are working on Count Dooku. This is a project that I'm working on with some of the other... So there's a YouTube channel that does amazing Warhammer battle reports called Tabletop Titans. And the community is just absolutely amazing. And a few of us got together. And I unfortunately joined the party a little bit late. So this is the only model that was available left for me to do. Which I'm really happy about because it is like a centerpiece model too, Count Dooku is. But we're building and paying and painting up a Star Wars Legion army for them, which is a lot of fun. So we're going to surprise them with it, and we worked with one of the producers of one of them to arrange all of this. But yeah, so we're building this whole thing up for them to so that they can play some Legion on the channel. Tons of fun. Alrighty, I'm gonna grab this. And this is unfortunately the only model that they hadn't done yet, or hadn't assigned out to somebody yet. So I get to do Count Dooku. But again, I'm really, really happy because I get to do what I assume is one of the main models of the army, hopefully. Looking at what they're doing, though, for their models, hopefully I'm able to do this guy justice. I normally would have signed up to do like a normal basic troop or something. So hopefully we're able to do a good job on this guy, given that it's for such a great group of guys. So you just got off work, Pie Master. How was your day? Terrible? Great? Still going? Oh, that'll do it. Tell everyone at work to stop working and come hang out with me. Alright, that's a little bit better. That looks good. Okay. I'm not going to attach this cloak, because I don't want that cloak. I'm not going to be able to paint the inside of that cloak. Never done one of these models before, or any Star Wars Legion stuff yet. Alright, that's not too bad. Getting rid of a little bit of the flash here. Very, very soft plastic, which is great, actually. Very easy to get mold lines off. Getting rid of a little bit of this inside bit there, because I don't need that big old chunk getting in the way of the fit of this guy. Well, now it doesn't want to go in there at all. There it goes. Okay. So that's not bad. That looks good. That looks good. All right. Let's look at his head here. They did a really good job. I don't see any mold line on his head. So we're just going to test the fit of him. And that goes right in there without any issue. Nice, okay. And then this arm will go right in here like so. Need to clean that up a little bit here. Ugh. That really soft plastic kind of screwed me over in the hand here. I wasn't expecting that. It's okay though. So we're going to very gently just get rid of some of. Okay. Okay. Maybe this should go on first. Yeah, that'll be much easier actually. And then this goes on. And this, of course, will all need to be glued in and such. And there we go. So that's what he looks like. He'll need to be all glued together and stuff. And yeah, right now it's a little bit fragile, but that's just because it's got this big old lightsaber here. But as for the fragility of models, those of you that watch me here in the live streams, you actually haven't seen a lot of assembly on scale figures like this. Normally it's Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. So you guys get to see the more solid ones. Okay. So I just realized that this isn't primed. So we're not going to work on this tonight. We'll work on this next Tuesday. Plus I got to do the, I have to do a base that matches the rest of the Star Wars Legion project. So I need to work on that. So next Tuesday we will paint this guy up, but I need to get him primed and stuff. Right now he's just the bare plastic. I just wanted to get him all fit together, so that works. Good job. Good job. All right. That was nice and easy. So I'll probably do the base for that tonight after stream. Or I will continue my editing journey after stream. Having tons of fun with that. Adding in transitions and all of that other good stuff. So what are we going to do next? We can keep painting Drist. We could work on some of these bases. This beholder guy needs a base. Yeah, I think this guy needs a base. So bases right here. Alrighty. We'll do one of these size, I think, is appropriate. Because this isn't like a large beholder, it's a small one. So we'll do one of these. And then you guys get to see the new basing cart. Basically, I took all of the stuff that I used to go run around my basement and look for, and I put it all in a singular cart that I bought off Amazon for like 30 bucks. And here's, oh no, the cart's out of reach now. But look at that. Now I have literally all of my basing materials right here. And we need to look up the Spectator on the Dungeons and Dragons monster manual, because I don't know what kind of environment these guys frequent. D&D guide. Ta-boom. Did I open right to it? Nah, not even close. Not even close. Page 30, yeah, so he is with the Beholder subseries. Ooh, flumph. Crawling hand. Ooh, that's spooky. Oh, Pie Master, are you streaming tonight? Oh, is your trash day today too? I did my trash today too. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do something a little bit different with the base, I think. We're gonna have him guarding treasure. So I'm gonna go get, and we're gonna do a bigger base. Because I feel like being cheeky. We're gonna put him on the wrong size base. Wrong, it's a Dungeons and Dragons model. Wrong is gonna be a relative term. Oh, this size? No, it's a little too much. Too much, Ricky, too much. But that size might not be too much. Okay, okay, we're it's all coming together, guys. It's all coming together. I need to buy more of this size base, but flat on top, like this. Don't put that in there. That's not even where that goes. I'm just gonna dump out all of these. These have all gotten mixed up. All right. Alrighty, I shall be right back. Alrighty, y'all, I am back. So I got a little pile of treasure, and I have a barrel I just sprayed some primer on. And what we'll do is we'll put the beholder in here with a little bit of treasure and a barrel. But this flight base needs to go. It's way too big. So we're gonna grab the wire cutters here. And we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna clip off some of this. Like so. There we go. Boom. Get that out of here. Alrighty. I kind of want all of it gone. Do I have... I might have like a little saw that I can use for this. Well, no, I have it. I might need to find it here. Okay, so we'll try this first. We're going to try just the garden shears here first. Like so. Perfect. Boom. That's exactly what I want. There. Now he floats still, and we'll be able to put him up on the treasure like this. Or we'll probably just sand that down to be a little bit of a different angle, so he's not looking straight at the ground. Maybe I don't want the barrel. Maybe I just want the treasure. In that case, I would want to use a smaller base. Is this size? That is that size. I need to change the angle again a little bit more, but yeah, actually I like that a little bit better, so we'll get rid of these bigger bases. I'm just going to set this down here in case I change my mind a third time. And we're just going to sand. A little bit of this acrylic away. Alright, so now he looks like that when he's on his base. And then we'll just throw the treasure on there as well. like so. And then we'll have a little guy with his treasure. And we'll go ahead and we'll add some ground texture in there as well. And we'll call this guy spectator. Good enough. Done. Awesome. Ah, my hand. Ah. So I went to go get a barrel that we're not going to use. I don't know what you were going to do, Shadow, but I hope you had fun. Oh, dang it. I've been missing. I missed YouTube messages. I knew. No Faith, are you still here? If you are still here, I am so very sorry for missing your message. Let me see here. Looks like I have 2 viewers on YouTube. So I hope one of them is you, No Faith. And I'll see if I can pop out that YouTube chat again. So I did last week. Pop out chat. It goes over here. And then I go here. And this goes here. So the God Hand sponges, I don't know. This is the first time I've gotten them. I've used them a decent amount, and they seem to last a while. As long as you use the appropriate grit. It's not like with a lot of Wargaming files where you just kind of like use whatever you want. They are very soft. I think my issue is going to be more with them creasing and stuff like that a bunch all over the place. But these are pretty cheap. I got a bunch of these for just a couple of bucks. So I think they last pretty long. I hope they do at least. But they were not that expensive. They don't last anywhere near as long as, if you're familiar with like these. They don't last anywhere near as long as these do though. I know that just from like reviews online. That these are more of your workhorses. Well, that's weird. I see your message there over there on my one application, but I don't see it on my YouTube chat. Well, I got you though. I'm just gonna pop this out and move this over. Yes, the creature is very creepy. Oh yeah, sorry everyone. Else the YouTube chat. There's a question about how long those sponges last. So they've lasted very well so far, is my answer. But they are new to me. I don't do a ton of sanding though. Okay, just like so. Yeah, it overhangs just a little bit, but that's okay. Where did I get these? I got them at Hobbytown, USA. And let me see how much I paid for them. I keep track of that stuff. Just gotta find it here. I got this pack of 3 grits, 2 of those, and 1 of the big one. So I got those for $5. So pretty cheap. But again, you compare it to like other ones, I guess it could be expensive. It's not like the softback sanding system or whatever it is that they have. Like if you look at I got them at Hobbytown, yeah, for about $6. Hobbytown USA. And like, no, you're not going to be able to do like a bunch of Warhammer models with them, but they're great for Gundams and stuff where you're not doing a shit ton of sanding. I wouldn't recommend using them for like armies and basic units and such. Okay, so we're in a treasure room. We need some ground for the treasure room. So we are going to use we'll just use some rubble. and some basic ground texture. So happy. I'm so happy with my little hobby cart now. This is such a good idea. I was like, I'm sick of constantly having to get up and go and get my hobby, all my basing materials and stuff. And this is so much more convenient. Because I love basing materials. I have so many basing stuff. So much basing crap. Because that's what I like doing the most. Like if someone said, hey, I just want you to make bases for my army, I'd be like, done. I'm there, guy. You, me, same page. Because this is the kind of stuff I do for just basic Dungeons and Dragons models. Wait till you guys see what I do for like Warhammer army stuff. I love doing bases. I love it way more than doing the actual models themselves. I love doing rolling pin. So you get a little bit of air dry clay. You just use one of those texture rollers on it. And then you just kind of use those thin sheets to paint. Oh, I got my two cups mixed up. This is my paint one. And this is my texture stuff. And you just put those on top of the bases and boom, done. Super awesome cobblestone streets, all that crap. Okay. This was the first texture paste I got. It was just ground. I've never really found good uses for it. So I usually just put it on there when I want just like it to be like a little variance of texture, honestly. All right, we'll put our guy right here like so. Just kind of clearing off a little spot. And then this, like so. So then it'll go like that. And then there's his little treasure that he's guarding. I don't know if you guys can see that. I need to pick out a couple of those little details with a brush, I think. Because right now it just looks like a hodgepodge. Actually, 90% of it is just gold. I'll pick out some of them. But yeah, so that's what his base is going to be. Ah, get that all over my fingers. Gross. And I'll use some of the dirt. I mean, some of the battlefield debris just to kind of fill up that space. And then that'll be him. But this stuff needs to dry first. In the meantime, we'll continue working on Dris Duarden. Or the Drizzt. Drizzt Dudden. And we have our little Eevee hanging out still. I like the one ear up and one ear down. Get you all ready to jump and play. I'm going to play with this a lot during work, I think. Get your little legs off to the side like you're all ready to go. No, don't fall over. There you go. Okay, what is next? You. Let's go ahead and pull up my how I wanted to paint this. thingy. That kind of beholder is a spectator beholder. Yes, spectator, as in like one who watches. Yes, it is spooky. They are basically lesser beholders for the most part. They are summoned to guard a treasure for a certain number of years. Where's my image? Stop. It is definitely spooky. Alright, so brown leather for the most part. I like that because he was a ranger. And his boots, nothing special there. We'll do brown boots. And then, of course, his drow skin. And then Twinkle and Icing Death. I always forget which is which. I think Twinkle is this one. No, this is Icing Death, and that would be Twinkle. I think. Anyway, we're going to go to our new Fancy Nancy paint rack. We're going to grab a brown. Rigid leather. And fur brown. We'll get one more. We'll get monster brown. Browns for days. And so with these browns, we're going to add a little bit of orange into them. So there's my rigid leather. And then we'll get a little bit of orange here. Let's get just a little bit of lava orange here. Yeah, that'll work. We're just adding a little bit of orange, just kind of, because I'm not super happy with the total brownness of this. Yeah, I like that. And just a little bit of a warmer brown. And brown is just orange mixed with black, so this will brighten it up a little bit. Or do I want to do this a little differently? I think I might want to do this a little differently. Let's use a little bit of contrast stuff. We're going to use some snakebite leather on the leather parts first, and then we'll start to pick out some other stuff. We'll add details and such over top. I think that would probably be a little bit better. Alright, I'm much happier with that actually. Yeah, so now we're looking at this. Oh, please look at my model camera. Oh, I have a huge delay on Twitch for some reason. It's very odd. But we're very happy with that. Oh yeah, there we go. There, so now, wow, that's such a big delay on Twitch, jeez. And now he looks a little bit more like that, and I like that with the darker leather. Very happy with that. And now for his boots, we will use a little bit of Gorgrunta fur. And I will need to remove this guy from his base for the diorama build. So we're not going to be doing his base and stuff. I might keep that little rock there, but I'm going to cut him away with a rotary tool rather than pliers. Just because I only have one of these. Boom. Alrighty. Almost there. Okay. Okay, that away. And then for the green, I need just a little bit of a darker green here. We're gonna add a little bit of angel green in here, in with our army green. And we're gonna mix this up. I'm gonna grab that darker green. Make sure it's nice and thin. I'm just gonna paint it in here on like the under sections and such. And in the deeper folds of the cloak here. Hi, Dead Beaver. So, yes and no. We worked a little bit on Dooku. Next Tuesday, I'm going to paint him. I didn't realize that these guys needed primed. I don't know why. It was a dumb thought in my head. So he's going to get painted next Tuesday. I went ahead and sanded him down, made sure I had a good fit on him, and I'm going to prime him another night. But then, yes, I will be working on the Dooku next Tuesday. And I'll also have the base sculpted up by then, too. But thank you very much for stopping by, Dead Beaver. I am sorry. I did really, really want to... Looks like everybody has an ad right now. Hopefully you guys don't have an ad right now. But if you do, I will repeat this here in a second. But yeah, I prime everything, and I'm just like... really frustrated at myself because like I pulled it out, I opened the box and I looked at it, and then I was like, cool, I'll paint this Tuesday, I'm gonna prime this. And then Tuesday comes and I'm here and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna paint this. No, I'm not gonna paint this. It's not gonna happen. And if I had more stuff to prime, I would do that. But no, next Tuesday we will be doing the Tabletop Titans Discord community Legion painting. But I also got to make that base as well. We'll probably do that on that Tuesday as well. No, tonight we ended up doing some other stuff. We made an Eevee, and I worked on a little bit of my other Gunpla model that I was working on. we started making a base for this beholder that we painted on one of our Friday night streams. And yeah, now we're just painting up Driss Stewart for my next bi-monthly video. I'm going to switch cameras here so I can see both. There we go. So I can see a live feed of what I'm doing. So you got some Marines sitting there staring at you. What kind of Marines are you working on? And are they staring at you because they haven't been primed yet? Custom chapter. Iron talons, black with silver arms and yellow shoulder pads. I didn't realize that it could be worse than yellow shoulder pads. Silver arms. I would not want to do silver arms. And yellow shoulder pads, that's also pretty bad. That sounds like a very fun project. Why did you choose those colors for your custom chapter, if you don't mind me asking? Was it just like a scheme that you saw online, or you're just like, I like these things, I like yellow and I like silver? Successor to the white scars, and you didn't want to paint white Marines after painting white stormtroopers. Black is easy. That's true. That is true. I could definitely see that. I was surprised at the amount of extra stuff in this Legion's box too. I will say that. I was like, oh wow, there's a bunch of extra stuff in here. I've never actually. I've done a couple of commissions for Star Wars Legion, but I've never actually done any playing of the game. And hilariously, the people that I did the jobs for, they didn't actually play the game either. They just liked a particular character, or they didn't even realize that it was associated with a tabletop game. So funny enough, I've never actually seen it played, except for maybe once on the Zaku Zaku channel, or Zapazorp, or whatever his channel name is. I forget. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'll say black is a little bit easier than white, but still has its own solid black versus solid white color schemes. They both definitely have their own challenges. Morgan Freeman voiceover. I like that. Bright yellow over black primer. A lot. Why are you using black primer? You should use a non-black primer. Or what is it? Pink. paint the model pink. It's kind of like painting, paint things brown before you paint them metallic gold. It helps a lot with the color. I think Goobertown Hobbies did a really good video about painting things pink. So did several other channels. It's like one of those things that they did. That's true. It is true. Just easier to do just the pads. That's fair. That's fair. That is true. They should paint them pink first. And also, you could just leave them pink. But all of you guys in that Discord channel know more about miniature painting than me. So I'll leave you guys to do your own projects. I won't feign to try and give any of the Tabletop Titans community advice on stuff. They are all way better than me at a lot of this stuff. It's like, you know what you're doing. Alright, we'll bring this camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing here. We are just continuing to add some... Focus on my shit. I just add some colors to the cloak here. Let's try turning that off. There we go. Are you gonna look at my model camera? Every time with this. I need to figure out how to adjust these camera settings. But yeah, it's a little wet because the paint's still wet, but that side does not look as good. But this side, getting there, getting there. And given the view of the camera, you guys can't really see this ridge right there, so it looks like a lot more unvaried. So basically we just kind of mix up a random color and then we apply it about where it needs to go. I do like little stripy patterns. Just an average painter. Man, I haven't seen a single thing in that Star Wars Legion project that isn't just like wowzers. So average my butt, you guys. What did you say your name was again from the Tabletop Titans? The Dead Beaver. Well, that's just a great name. That's just a great name. Yeah, those Rubric Marines looked awesome. Average. Don't sell yourself short. We go on a rant about this about once a month or so on this channel. You are better than you think you are. That or... Yeah, you got an imager jump. You can share with me an imager jump. That and when people say, I painted this up to tabletop standard and like they did the best that they possibly could and they spent like hours and hours on every model. It's like our community is so harsh about so many things. Can't stand it sometimes. There we go. There we go. Boom. Time to defeat all of the mouth sores. Ow. Ow. We're gonna go and look at Dead Beaver's imager dump. Yeah, shush, average painter. Gee, this is amazing. These are great. Yes, cool. I will give you the concession that, yeah, you might be average in terms of people that openly share the things that they've painted, but I will tell you this right now, you are not an average painter. This stuff is all awesome and clean and very well done. I love that Star Wars thing. I don't know the name of this, but I love that. And I love the nebula. Absolutely beautiful with the purples and stuff. So great. Yeah, I go on a rant like every couple of weeks or so when someone brings up something. ATSD, that's what it is, yes. Someone will say like, yeah, tabletop standard, and I'm like, screw that, or I'll see it earlier in the day and I'll think about bringing it up on my stream. I'll be like, screw that, that looks great. I hate the term tabletop standard. I wish it would stop getting misappropriated. Because we all do the best that we can, and that's why I called this good enough painting. Because it's always good enough. But yeah, that stuff you make, man, that stuff's awesome. Don't even miss me with that average shit. On average, most people don't even end up painting their stuff. Maybe a little bit lighter here. Yes, Crisis Protocol, they are pretty fun to paint, but they are, all in all, I would say the Crisis Protocol ones are a little bit of a nightmare to build. I am not a fan. I felt like they would be easier. I like the Legion ones so far, though. The Legion ones are pretty fun and easy to build so far, at least the couple that I've done. Let me see here. Wow, I am really far behind in uploading pictures to my paintings thing. But I'm going to share it with you guys. Let's see here. Options. Yeah, we're going to do this. I guess I've never really shared this with you guys. This is my, I need these to be ordered opposite. Edit album. Sort photos. Newest first. Okay, perfect. There we go. Done. Now I'm going to get a link. No. Computer. Actually, I'll do this in restream so everybody can see it here. There's my most recent painting gallery. I'm so far behind in getting things in there. But yeah, tiny pieces. And geez, it's like, when you say charge $50 for 2 models, oh, you're talking about the price of the models themselves. Yeah, no, it's insane. Like the Marvel, like I got the starter set. It was such a good deal for its money. And I had some issues with a couple of the models, particularly Iron Man, no, Ultron and Iron Man. I had some issues getting them together, but it was a good deal for the price and all that good stuff. But oh my god, the price to get to expand that base set. I was actually talking to my wife earlier today about the game, and like, if they were to offer a box set that didn't even give that big of a discount, and I could buy like all of the Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that, I would do it in a heartbeat. But the fact is, like, I have to buy Groot and then Rocket and Groot and Star-Lord and someone and Gamora and Nebula, and the fact that I have to buy 3 different kits all at that same $50 mark, I would buy them all for, like, let's see, what would that be? I would buy them all and a whole expansion of them, even if it was only 10% off that really expensive price. But the fact that I have to get them all individually, just, it's a huge feel bad. I feel like Atomic Mass Games has to know that too. There's a reason there's a huge 3D printing community about that game, because it's such a fun game too. But it just doesn't, it's so hard to play. Well, that's way too bright. But that's okay. Everybody makes mistakes and everybody has those days. We'll grab this. I would say, I mean, I don't think... So, I don't play Legion. I really want to, but in my local area, the people that play Legion are people that I don't necessarily enjoy spending time with, from what I've seen. And I guess it's going to get more expensive. I can only imagine that it will. But they do the nice box sets, at least. They do really great box sets, and the starter kits, like the Clone Wars one, I have to imagine that they'll still do stuff like that. And in terms of price to time spent, all in all, miniature hobbying is still pretty cheap. We're talking about like a dozen hours in painting, and then how many hours in playing time. Even things like GW aren't that bad. But yeah, I think that the price is gonna go up once Atomic Mass starts producing Legion instead of Fantasy Flight. Speaking of Fantasy Flight, I've absolutely adored the. I just finished up a Lord of the Rings commission. If you click that link, that's my photo gallery for Good Enough Painting. I just finished up that Star Wars game. I mean, not Star Wars, Lord of the Rings stuff. And we focus on Good Enough Painting, like just, I don't offer anything higher than the levels. Like you'll see me paint on stream and stuff. I used to spend like talking like dozens of hours getting models to be absolutely gorgeous. And then I didn't want to do that when I wanted to do my commission painting. I wanted to focus on affordable services, preferably mostly locally, helping out people that couldn't paint models themselves. The people that just weren't into the hobby, that got a board game, people that have too much going on in their life to paint, or people that physically can't, or veterans, things like that. I wanted to make sure that my prices were super low so I could still give those people an amazing discount and basically do it for free. Oh yeah, like awesome example. My next job is going to be a Warhammer army for somebody who was deployed overseas. He brought a bunch of his stuff with him, and for whatever reason, I don't really know too many of the details, it couldn't come home with him, or it didn't come home with him. And so, but he's looking to get a new army. So what I was able to do is, because from that Lord of the Rings job, I bought like a couple of things with the money, like new paint rack and stuff. And I was like, hey, I still have all this extra money. Why don't I go ahead and just buy a bunch of those models for you? And then I gave him a real big discount. So it's super fun. I got to help a guy go from being super bummed out that he lost his army to doing the commission for him for basically free, and then giving him $200 worth of free models. It was a lot of fun. He's really happy about it. I'm glad that I can do that. No, green, do something else. No. Oh, I had that really good. Oh well. That's fine. That's fine. Little mistakes get made, and that's all right. There we go. Dressed your cloak is not doing all the things that I want it to do. Sir. There we go. Okay. I just wish that I had gotten in on the Legion painting project for Tabletop Titans earlier. When I reached out to somebody about it, they were like, yeah, the only thing left is, I was like, what can I get? And they were like, can you get Dooku? And I was like, yeah. What else can I get? And they're like, we're done. And I'm like, what? Okay, fair. That's fair. These guys give me like So many dozens of hours of entertainment every single week. I wish I could give back to them just a little bit more. You were uploading thing. Oh, what are you uploading? Or no, that might be too personal. Don't answer that if it's something weird. I don't. You know what? Never mind. Don't ever tell me what you're uploading, guys. That could get very uncomfortable. I assume that That's Awesome is about like the Good Enough Painting commission. Yeah, so like I have a really good day job. I wanted to start painting things for other people, and I did so. But I don't need any money for it because like I have a good day job and I enjoy it. I'm never gonna stop doing it. But like, yeah. I was like, boom, done. And this is a perfect example. I get to take the money from this job where somebody didn't want to paint their models and get to put it all towards getting this guy like half of his army back that he lost. Oh, I'm so excited. I really hope he follows up with me. Oh, photos of your newest models. I'll check those out. Oh, I love it. The rubric marine looks awesome. And then a something on bike. Is that a chaplain on bike? Yeah. Oh man, you painted so many Marvel Crisis Protocol. I'm super jealous. I need to get more of the models. They're so cool. I wish they weren't all on the same fucking street, though. I need to... When I do get more of them, I'm going to 3D print some nice bases for them. I like some of them on the street pavement, but I would love to do more of them on not that. I love it. I love it a lot. These look awesome, man. You should be very proud of this. This is amazing. And look at this. You got so much done. That's so awesome. Oh. The Necrons I did. What Necrons did I do? Let me see. Are they in the gallery? Oh yeah, my jungle Necrons. Yeah, those are a lot of fun. And they're really easy too. I did those live on one of my previous live streams. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can find them on... yeah, you can find me painting it. It was really, really fast and easy. A fan of the 4 bases limit. I wanted more option. Is there a 4 base limit in Marvel Crisis Protocol? Is there only a couple? Okay, so let me count. Let me count here. 1, 2, 3. I don't see a 4th. Oh, I see the 4th. Okay, cool. Yeah, I wish that they did more options on those bases, because that could be like really cool, like the Sorcerer Supreme, like in his study. Pie Master's back with the dancing worm. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, man? Oh, it's on a sprue of 4. I understand. See, I only ever got the starter kit. And then, yeah. Or just blank would be nice too, yes, 100%. Just a blank would be nice. Okay. So a little bit. Ugh. Get out of there, you dumb little thing. Do you know of any other really cool like Titans projects? I don't actually know how that stuff works. Between this, my day job, and others, and like my YouTube channel and live streaming everything, I don't get a chance to watch a lot of their stuff. Do you know how sending stuff to the Titans works? By chance? Can I just send them anything that I want them to have? Never done that before. I don't like that. I don't like that color. I need it darker. Oh, they have a PO box. That's right. I thought for some reason that the PO box was secret, but no, it is available. That's right. They do have a PO box. Before they were a little bit more hesitant because it was out of Brian Pullen's garage, which good on them. I never would have guessed that until they said it. I think my issue is I'm trying to go light brown instead of adding in an off white instead. That's probably going to be a little bit better. Yeah, the Death Watch project, I don't think any of that is available left to do either. Unfortunately. I didn't start getting back into miniature painting until maybe a little bit less than a year ago. I took a break when we had my wife and I had a friend living with us here. I kind of had to take a break from all things miniature painting. We're getting back into it now. Oh, Pie Master. Um, you and I need to figure out when I'm picking up the rest of your dwarves for your dwarf commission. Send me a message on Discord. I am free tomorrow as well as Saturday, and we can figure out something. And then yes, Kill Team of Deathwatch. I mean, like, you could just send it. That's kind of what I was thinking too, and I would never do it. But if you had something you really wanted to send or add to that commission, you can always just tack onto it too, right? I mean, you can already hear Bridger saying like, well, I mean, more models is more models. We're not going to say no to getting more models. We're not going to say no to. We're not going to decide how people can give us stuff. I can kind of hear him already saying that. Already. That in itself is good stuff. Yeah. I don't know much about Kill Team. I bought the book, last edition. I don't play games though. I just never have time. With my day job schedule being second shift and including a weekend day, I just never really have time to play games. But I love that I found some good communities online to share miniature painting with, because it was starting to get lonely doing all of this in my basement by myself in the middle of the night. So frag cannons. Oh, I am getting excited about the idea of playing some Age of Sigmar. I got the I did a special where I painted up. I gave people $110. No, it was $100. $100, and I would paint their Dominion box set. I ran a special on it. If you know anybody that still needs to paint it, I still have 4 slots open on that special. But painting up 6 of those box sets was a lot of fun, and I'm very much looking forward to doing a few more. I need to get pictures of those taken and up on my painting gallery. Mid-30s dude with a 1-year-old. Just play with the brother-in-law. Hey, I mean, oh man, if my brother-in-law wasn't all about sports, I would love to. But never mind, he's like 20 and really into baseball. So never mind. It just doesn't work on so many levels. Okay, checking this out. What do you guys think? I'm pretty happy with that leather right now. I think that's good enough to go in my Book Nook diorama. You're barely going to be able to see the model, but I think that'll look good from afar. So now we just need to do the rest of him. So the leather and cloak look pretty good. Pretty happy with those. Yeah, but there's only so many times you can paint a same box set. And I said I can paint 10 of that box set without wanting to scratch out my own eyes. So I think I still have 4 paints of it left. I only get a game every month, and it's White Scars versus Death Guard. Oh, first tabletop game. So tactics and rules are blocked. Yeah, I could see that. You should talk to Pie Master. He only plays like what? How often do you play, John? Like once a year, if that? Your buddy up in New Jersey. Keep in mind, we live in Ohio. So New Jersey is not like a day trip. It's like a 12 or 15 hour drive. I don't know. Wait, how far am I from New Jersey? $10 hours. I guess it depends on what time you leave and traffic and all that other garbage. But John only plays then. I mean, like, so I painted his dwarves for him. But then the Backstreet Boys reunion tour has kind of been going on for the last year or so, so we haven't been able to, I assume you haven't been able to go up there to play with him, Pie Master. Alright, so now we're going to switch to a contrast paint for these wrists. I kind of remembered it as I was finishing up that last piece. This is going in a Book Nook diorama, and you're barely going to be able to see the model. So maybe I don't need to pay quite as much attention to the blending and shadows. It happens. But yeah, guys, this guy will be featured in the next bi-monthly video, and keep your eyes out, because this bi-monthly video, the Traveling Wizards Librarian / trash diorama build, is almost done being edited, and then you guys will be able to see it. Not happy with the project, but it's definitely one that we're going to come back to. We're definitely going to come back to it. We're definitely going to fix it up a little bit, make some changes that don't involve using garbage. Alright, so that looks good. Used to have a weekly Legion night. Oh, that would be so cool. But it's hard because our nearby shop closed. Oh, yeah. That really sucks. Where are you based out of, Orel? Or do you prefer Dead Beaver? I hope you prefer Dead Beaver. I always forget who is based out of where. It's kind of super odd between the Spuddies and now Tabletop Titans being more global communities. It's hard to remember where everyone is. Dead Beaver is your old WoW name that I got somehow. I mean, I can't imagine people were scrambling for Dead Beaver. See, I never have to worry about my name. Zeodius is a gamer tag I made up when I was like in 8th grade. Just a word I made up. So if it's ever taken, I know I've even already played the game, or one of my friends was an asshole and took it, and I don't play that game with them. From Washington. Oh, that's a tough state. Yeah, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. I'm pretty lucky to have quite a number of like great gaming shops and stuff here, but with my schedule and frankly my not social anxiety, I don't want to say that word because I don't want to minimalize social anxiety. I just never feel like going out. I just can't. It just never seems appealing. I always feel like I could do better or more things here at home. So this is a paint I got years ago. It's called Glacier Blue. I like never use it for anything, and I found it when I was setting up my new super awesome artsy station painting shelves. Oh, also, for anyone here that is miniature painters, check this out. So, you know how most people end up using those acrylic nail polish holding trays for their miniature paint holding? I got this. So this thing holds 60 paints. Oh, you live out in the boonies? Yes. I guess that's true. You guys do have all of that. So, raise this up. So this thing is really, really cool because each one of these holds 60 paints, and it has these drawers that slide out and tilt down. And you guys can't see it very well, but I can see this top row. You guys can't see it very well because you're looking at it straight down. And it flips up and it slides in. It's got these little pegs. It's part of a whole, like one of those modular systems. So if you're looking for a cool paint storage that doesn't take up a lot of space, this is it. I mean, and it's solid, it's good. I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna keep showing it off. Where did I get it from? So I got it from USA Gundam. USA Gundam is one of the distributors for it. But Artsy Station, it's currently sold out like everywhere. I was on a wait list for this and somebody had a return and I managed to get one. But it's called the Artsy Station Hobby Modular Organizer Set or something like that. If you throw all those words into a Google thing, I'm sure it'll pop up for you. But they have like full sets. They have like those slide things. They have a couple other really cool modular pieces that make a lot of sense, like an airbrush spray booth. Yeah, absolutely love it. It's saving me so much space. But yeah, I got mine from USA Gundam. I can't imagine anyone's really got them in stock right now, though. Because I think that they just finally released them not too long ago. Yeah, still hate that. Every time I go to use that, I just end up hating it, that paint. So instead, we're going to go with the dark orc blood. Orc blood. Where are we at? Okay, we're about 3.5 hours in. Not too bad, not too bad. Getting there. I can see the medium, not quite separated there. Oh, yeah, no, I would highly recommend getting some. I'm sure that they'll become more available, especially once their production catches up. Just like right now, there's a huge demand for them because they were just... I remember seeing them before, and they hadn't been released yet, and I was super excited for them. And I think it's just better because, like, all the other ones kind of have the same principle. I want to be able to see all of my paints at all times, but you don't need to. I mean, like, you really don't. Like, you know you want a blue, you can pull out the blue drawer and then get your blue that you want. You can still see them when they're in the drawer, but you don't have to have desk space allocated to every single bottle of paint that you have. Or you don't need, like, because my thing was too, I can't. My wife and I decided that we're going to move, so I'm not going to finish the basement because it's just an expense that we don't need, and it's like a lot of time and effort on my part to do all that work. So we decided that we weren't going to finish the basement, so I don't have anywhere I can hang stuff. So I needed to find something that was good and didn't hang on the wall. I mean, yeah, you can just 3D print some hanging racks. That would work. Or if you have the ability to use something on the wall, a pegboard. Like, shit you not, just get a pegboard. I did one pegboard over there on that wall because it was not on that wall, but it was up against the stairs. So I just attached it to the framing of the stairs, and the pegboard was super convenient for the longest time. But when I started streaming and stuff, I moved all my stuff over here. Because even Home Depot has those pegboards that you can buy by the foot. Like, it's a 1 foot by 1 foot square. And you just buy that. And you can just put them all up on a giant piece of, I think I used compressed MDF. So, like, it's like an inch thick. Just screwed it into the what do you call it? The 2x4s that make up the stairs. And then I attached 5 or 6 of those 1 foot by 1 foot pegboards to them, and I just got like an assortment of like little baskets and shelves and such. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, Josh Strunk, sorry I didn't call out earlier. Thank you very much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. And thank you again to all of my Prime sub members. I wish I could see the list. I will figure out how to do that in a bit. But I believe it was CVamp, Piemaster, Anasaurus, and Shadow. Did you? Tyler. It is a pitch meeting reference. It is a pitch meeting reference. Thank you. No one's ever gotten that yet. So I appreciate that. And that's what I appreciate about you, Mr. Oral. We're going to use the glacier blue on this. Fur part of his coat. think I've said that several times on stream. I don't think anyone's ever caught that it's a pitch meeting. I'll be honest, I don't think I've even watched those in like a year and a half or so, because my wife used to always watch them and I would just be in the room whenever she was watching her YouTube. But since I started Good Enough Painting, I've been busy a lot, so I haven't been chilling and watching TV with her. Normally when we're hanging out, we're doing stuff together. So I don't know if he's still making those videos, but I hope he is. They're always great. That and Cinema Sins. I kind of stopped watching those too. Oh, your wife didn't like them? Yeah. Yeah, that's just such a good reference. Like, it's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Alright, given that this Dristward and the diorama is going to be in a snowy environment, I do like the blue tint to this glacial blue. So it'll still be white, so it'll look like the fur and such, but we'll have a good bluish tone for the icy blue winter around him. You're a blizzard, Harry. I'm a what? You're a blizzard. I'm going to freeze you, cut you into little chunks, and blend you up and drink you. I've started getting my stuff together. I might post up on the Tabletop Titans thing, asking if anyone would be interested in joining me for these. It's been nice hanging out and talking with you, Laurel. Thank you very much. I don't have a follow here yet. I just do this kind of stuff so I don't have to do this alone every night. And nothing is monetized. Anything that's well, I guess the subscribers and stuff are, but like I don't make money off of this. Like anything that I guess okay, I won't say that. You can't say that you don't make money off something. So the money that I do make just goes directly into buying models, either like for charity projects or to do like the Dungeons and Dragons paint thing. We're doing we're painting every entry from the monster manual, and that's an expensive project. But besides that, which one's Twinkle? We never looked it up, guys. Is Twinkle the left or the right hand scimitar? I thought I knew the answer. Ugh. Yeah, Icing Death is the right hand. Thought you guys would have looked that up by now. I'm kidding. You guys didn't know to look that up. Well, I'm glad I guessed right. Alright guys, I think we are nearing the end of tonight's live stream. I had a lot of fun with you guys building the this Eevee Bandai model. That was a lot of fun. We're making good progress on some of the models for this month's diorama. Did a little bit of the Count Dooku, but I have to prime it. Jesus, I'm so stupid. And we worked a little bit on the base. So as always, Tuesday night live streams, just random crap. Friday night, I'm not sure what Dungeons and Dragons monster we're gonna do next, but join me there because we're definitely gonna do some monsters on every Friday night from now until we finished everything. Oh, a couple hundred of them. We're getting there. We're getting close to 50, I think. We're getting close to 50 models done for that project because we've been averaging a couple a week. So we'll probably get there real soon, a lot sooner than anyone realizes. But yeah, so we worked on that base a little bit. We worked a little bit on another Gundam model that I've been working on. But the whole time, just want to remind all of you guys are awesome. Everything you ever create is good enough as long as you put the best parts of yourself into it. Doesn't matter what the work looks like. And everyone, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And I think we're going to end it here. I got to get back to editing the YouTube video for the trash build, diorama build. I just need to get that over and done with so I can get this out. Because I'm looking forward to starting the next month, and I'm already starting to overlap a little bit too much. But you all have a great rest of your night. Send me any suggestions on what you want to see in the comments box there. There's also a poll for what the next monthly Dragon Colossal is going to be. So the order right now is blue and then red, if that red dragon commission gets in before the blue one, either one. And we'll do those as like a special stream. And those are big models. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you all on Friday. Gonna stop the stream now, gonna hit the button that's over here. Yeah, over